it's that kind of that idea that Jaden was talking about and like how important movement is. Like you're still gonna get stronger through the skill of whatever sport it is you're doing, right? Whether it's volleyball. And I remember talking to Bud about like a year ago, um, and the advice that you had given Carson about change of direction, and basically saying that like the best change of direction that you can do is just to play defense as hard as you can all the time.
Yeah.
And it is. I mean, that's completely valid. So it's like that just shows you an argument that the sport coaches can cover a lot of the ground of strength and conditioning, right? And that like really a great strength and conditioning coach knows the sport and knows the weight room, knows movement, really good movement and the weight room, and can almost do both, right? And I think that's more of like where the value is. So I guess a lot of where the money is spent right now is more so on the skill side and the sports side than the strength and conditioning side, because of the adaptations that can be created through the skill of a sport. Not that the weight room isn't important, and obviously we've all seen the importance and the adaptations we've gained from time in the weight room, right? And understand the importance. But for the people that are paying the bills, like skill is going to think about basketball. Skill is going to reign, predominant for where your money is going to be spent the majority of the time. If you can make shots, you could probably play. A lot of times. So, and obviously at the highest level, it's a little bit different. But even look at Chet Holmgren, though. He got nothing on his legs.
Yeah.
He got absolutely nothing on his legs. Like I know he probably trains. I know he's probably in the weight room, but that is a dude that is just on the court more than everybody else, and that's why he's able to stay healthy and be successful, because of his core time, right? So it's like I think I don't know. I guess my point really is just that's probably why the compensation is more towards the sport, but there needs to be some sort of a bridge, I think, between the two. And I think like, strength conditioning coaches can benefit more from learning sport, and also vice versa. We can train our athletes better if the sport coaches know more about strength conditioning, and the weight room and anatomy and physiology and all of those things. And so,
Yeah, I mean that's such a good point. Like even as a strength coach with experience, I often forget how powerful the stimulus just the sport itself is. Like the amount of jumps you get in a basketball game or football, linemen pushing each other, like that's a more specific strength stimulus than you could possibly ever get in the weight room. So, yeah, we're not trying to say obviously that the weight room should take place over the sport itself. The sport should always come first, and you should always work backward from that. The weight room is just a really good supplement to those things to build up your armor and to build up the
mhm.
qualities that can help you be more successful in sport if you do it the right way, and not just something to go in there and get jacked or to
Yeah.
wreck your body.